Yes. Hello and welcome to Yes Please. My name is T-Man, and today I'm just doing a quick video on a USB hub that I've ordered. So it came a couple of days ago, and I've just decided to set it up now. So I was just going to go through it and how I use it with my music equipment. I don't know loads about USB hubs, but I know when I got one and it works, and some people are just after something that works. If you want to get in more details, I'd go to one of the tech guys and just look up on YouTube and find out a bit more about it. So what I've got is I ordered the Atolla USB 3.0 hub, and it is got 4 ports and a charging port on the back. So this is the box it come in. So nice little box. There you go. Sorry. Nice little Atolla box. And if you're ordering off Amazon, that could probably fit through your letterbox. That's the box. Comes with a quick start guide. So if you like reading instructions, you don't really need to read it for this, but I'll just quickly go over it. So it says syncing data, flash drives, external drives, cameras, keyboards, mice, printers and stuff. But on this channel, I do anything so it's music related. And it also, I'll get into that in a minute. So the printer cables, obviously, want to hook the printer up, but a lot of the music MIDI controllers and stuff come with them type of connections, and I've tried this one before and I've never had a problem on my computer. I've had one problem once. I think it might have got confused of what MIDI data it's sending, but it's also apparently got a bit on the back for the charge, so it's exactly the same as my other one, but this one does not come with an AC mains adapter, so I'll get to that bit in a second. So this one cost me £11.19 off Amazon. It was down from £15.99, but doesn't come with the plug. It's got a data transfer rate of 5 gigabytes per second. And then if you want to go in, if you know a lot more about the downward compatibility, USB, drivers and stuff like that, probably best off going on to a proper tech one. On this one, I just show you what works with what I do and music. So if we look, comes in nice little bit of plastic, go in the bin. Box can go in the bin. Obviously, if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll take it away. There you have it. So that's your Atolla USB 3.0 hub, and it's got 4 ports on the right. There's also, if you have on the right, you've got the on-off buttons for them, and they should flash up blue like my other one. It's got nice little blue bits on there, black and blue, so it goes well if that's the theme we've got. And if you look on the bottom there, it's got a USB charging port, so that won't do the data between your computer or your iPad or whatnot. That will just be so if you want to charge your phone, etc., etc. So I'll just get it on the other camera. Right. So there you have it. There, as you can see there. Let me get my pointer. That's the USB one. That's the cable. That cable is 0.6 of a meter, so that is 60 centimeters. And then you've got your on-off buttons there, and then your USB slots there, and then your charging port at the back, and obviously your normal USB cable. This one for the bargain. So this is what I mean when you get into the music stuff. This one I'm using for my computer, so I don't actually need the plug adapter. I can just use the one I've already got if I need to move it around. But I'll get into the plus points of having that in a second with your music making stuff, especially the iPad and the camera connection kit and stuff, because sometimes you need a powered USB hub to power your external gear. Right, so that's that there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly get the charger, not charger, the mains adapter for my other one. And then I'm going to try and set it up with the iPad quickly and see how it comes out. So if you've already got a mains adapter, it's quite a small one. And on the output on the mains adapter on here, it says it's got a 5V. It also says 5V on the back there, so this is the right one. So what I'll do is I'll plug this one in. Let me switch camera. Then plug that one in there. As you can see, it's all lit up. If you want to turn them off like that. Obviously with the buttons. I'm going to take this off. Right. So there it is. You've got that. So if you want to connect that to your iPad, I don't know if it's going to work, but it should do. You need an iPad or a Lightning camera connection kit. So that gives you an app so you can go from the Lightning to USB. And that is on there. So if you have issues with these, so obviously the cable's like that, and you've got 4 USBs going in there, probably maybe your phone charging on the back or whatnot. And as you see, it's light, it'll move around. So what I've done on my computer, I can get a picture of, or I can get the video up in a sec of it, is what I do is I put double-sided sticky Velcro. So I'll put one on that side of the Velcro stuck to where I want it. And then I'll cut, well, you can buy a whole roll of it from probably Pound Store or something like that, or off Amazon, and then cut it yourself. And then I cut a bit on the back. And then what I do is then I'll just stick it straight down and it will be nice and it won't move and it's solid. And then if you want to use it again, just and rip it off. Right, so I've hooked it up to the iPad at the moment with the camera connection kit. We've got the power going in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, say, Core Gadget. Another little tip for you. If you've got loads of USBs, get some electrical tape and do the ends. So when you've got like 8, so I've got probably more, 8 USBs. So I'm looking at one. So if I look at my controller and it's yellow, then I can just identify it quickly, saves time. So I'm going to hook that up. I'm going to turn the power on. Right, so we know that the power is going from this to the controller and it powered up the controller. So if I move this forward, you can see that this is powered up. And that's what you want. So this is why you want one with the mains adapter, or if you've already got one, plug it into the mains adapter, because if you're using an iPad or an iPhone and you're doing iOS stuff, you'll want to power up your DJ controllers because your iPad does not have enough power going through it, unless, quite possibly, I'm not too sure, I've got one coming today, the one that comes with the power in, but I'll test that later on. If not, you want a powered USB hub, and that will do that. The other good things about the powered USB hub, so the one that I got powered on the computer, exactly the same as this, is that when I got it on, I don't need my computer on. And if you're doing music gear and it's USB and you want it powered and you don't want to use the computer, then you've got that there. So if you're a doorless and you need USB, that's a good little alternative for a USB powered hub, and that will sort it out. The other good thing is, obviously, don't need the PC on or computer on, or when I'm charging my phone, and then when it's on, and you can see the lights. So you want it just on all the time, and then you just turn these bits off, and it's good. Ends up being quite organized, to be honest. Right, so I'm now going to test this and see if if this will hook up through. So technically it should. I've got the camera connection kit, USB hub, and then that going into there. So I can't see why not. So let's give it a go. We're going to need my volume up. There we go. Hopefully you can hear that. Usually I have the sound coming out of my audio interface, and then I have it going from audio interface into Ableton, and that's where I record the sound. But at the moment, so it works straight away. USB hub. So if you wanted a cheap one, you just if you want play, for example, your piano player on the road, and you take your nice big long keyboard with you, or even your little mini keyboard, then it needs power. You can just hook that up and use the powered USB hub. Right, let's test out the lightning. Let me just move the camera. Right, so we know that works there. I'm going to test the charging port on it. So plugged in my iPhone charger. That is £3 from Poundland. And there you have it. Plug it in. It is charging. So we know the charging port works. We know that it works. It's obviously going to work. I have this one already, so it's obviously going to work with a PC. I'll get the camera on there in a minute, and I'll show you what I've done with the Velcro and that. And for musicians and DJs, that is perfect, really, for if you want a cheap alternative. I've got a USB thing on here. There we go. So now at the moment, I've got my iPad camera connection kit, USB, going into that. And I've got my keyboard into my USB port on my audio interface. I'm now going to try and plug in Yes, there we go. There we go. You should be able to hear that. Right. So, sorry, it's a bit messy video, but we know that the iPad camera connection kit and the powered USB hub works. Obviously, this one didn't come with a plug, so I'm going to leave 2 links up there for you. And we know that if you want to plug the controller straight into this one, it will work. So we know that works. If you've got the Novation Hub 2x4, let me just move this aside. Bloody cables. Can you see that? Right, so you see it there. This is what I'm talking about Velcro. Once you got it into place, get something and stick it down. But you want it so you can move it and not damage it, really. So to me, Velcro was a good option. You might have your own little techniques for doing it. We now know that if you've got the Novation 2x4 hub plugged in with the iPad camera connection kit into there, and you've got 3 USB imports in the front, we now know if you connect this onto the USB input on the front, we now know that that works as well. So if you've got any of them and you just want to get something quick and you don't care about the tech, you just want something to work, that works. Obviously 3.0, you do not want to get a 2.0 because it's a lot slower. And you also want to make sure you get a powered one. If I unplug the power, let's see if the power still works, because I might give me power from that. Yeah, so that actually powers it. So I've unplugged the power. So if you do have a Novation hub and you just don't want it without the power and you want some extra USBs, you could either stick it on it or next to it, wherever how you want, and we know that works. So I'm going to get the camera over there and I'm going to show you how I do it with the PC. Right. So there you have it. There's the Atolla USB 3-point hub. That's the old one that I bought. Sorry about it's a bit dusty under here. This is a little keyboard tray that I've fitted under my table. That's the old one. So both says USB 3.1. It's all the same sort of design, but the newer one is actually a little bit smaller, and as you can see, that one's like another centimeter higher than the other one. So at the moment, that one isn't plugged into the mains because I unplugged plugged this one in. But as you can see, you've got all your USBs on the computer. And then what I was talking about, it's been stuck on there a while. There you have it. So you've got your fluffy side of the Velcro and then a little strip of Velcro on there. And then I just stick it on like that. Boom. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm probably going to do the same and have them next to each other, so then I can fit, I've just moved it on there, I can fit the little synthesizer or controller on the side there. So that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, sorry about holding the camera. The USB hub is in quite a awkward position, really, so it's on, so I had to just kind of hold it just to show you. So just to kind of recap quickly, that is, oh, you want to play with that, do you? That is the Atolla USB 3.0 hub. This, I'll leave links for ones that come with the power mains adapter at the bottom. But you've got your 4 USB slots. Don't press that. 4 USB slots on the bottom, and then you've got your lightning charge, or you've got your charging port on there, so you can plug anything into it. So obviously, then you've got the Velcro. And that, we now know that it works with the, well, I knew my original one did, but I've shown you on the camera. It works with MIDI controller so far, and an Novation 2x4 hub on the audio interface, sorry, on the iOS setup over there. And we know that they work together. So if you wanted to get an extra USBs, I really need to test it more and add more in. But if I further get along the road and I'm adding more stuff and something comes up, I'll update the video. So we've got my little one here. We've got matching pajamas. So off you go. She wants to press all the keys and on the keyboard because they light up. So yeah, is that funny? Right. Thank you for that. And that's just a quick video on the USB Atolla 3.0 hub for musicians, producers, DJs, even if iOS artists as well. And that is it. So I'll see you later.